In a world where modern dating often feels like a game, finding someone who's genuinely ready for something real can feel nearly impossible. Texts that go unanswered, feelings that get ignored, and people who only show up when it's convenient. It's exhausting. So many women have been left wondering, is he serious about me, or just passing time? The lines between love, lust, and emotional confusion have become increasingly blurred, and it's easy to start doubting your own instincts. But when a man is truly done playing games and is ready to build a real, committed connection, his behavior shifts in clear, powerful ways. It's not always about what he says. Words can be misleading, and sweet talk means nothing without action. The truth lies in the way he shows up. A man who wants something real doesn't make you chase clarity or beg for consistency. He offers it willingly. He doesn't avoid emotional depth or run when things get tough. Instead, he leans in, listens, and shows you through his actions that he's here, not just for now, but for what's ahead. The difference between a man who's still playing and a man who's ready is subtle, but undeniable. One thrives on attention, the other values connection. One disappears when things get too real, the other stays and works through it. When he's ready for love, real love, you won't have to question where you stand. You'll feel it in how he treats you, how he speaks to you, and how he holds space for the relationship to grow. And while no one is perfect, a man who's serious about you will try, not for appearances, but because he genuinely wants to. He won't be perfect at communicating or always know the right thing to say, but he'll make the effort. He'll show consistency where others showed confusion. He'll take accountability where others deflected. He'll offer his time, his truth, and his trust. And most importantly, he'll offer them without keeping score. So if you've been wondering whether he's truly ready for something serious or still lingering in a phase of emotional immaturity, it's time to look past the surface. It's time to tune into his patterns, not just his promises. Because real love isn't built on convenience, games, or guesswork. It's built on mutual effort, emotional safety, and a shared desire to grow together. In this post, we're going to explore 15 clear, undeniable signals that he's done playing and actually wants something real. If he's showing most or all of these signs, then chances are he's not just saying he's ready, he is ready. And that changes everything. 1. He makes future plans that include you. When a man is truly serious about you, one of the clearest signals is that he starts making future plans that include you. It's no longer just about the present moment or casual conversations. You'll notice that he begins to naturally talk about things that are weeks, months, or even years away, and you're always a part of those plans. Whether it's discussing where to travel next summer, where he sees himself living, or how he imagines life 5 years from now, your name or presence is subtly woven into that vision. This kind of behavior shows that he's thinking long-term. He doesn't just enjoy your company for now. He's picturing a life that revolves around your presence. The difference between someone who's just passing time and someone who wants something real often lies in how they speak about the future. A man who includes you in his future isn't afraid of commitment. He's planning for it. He's not avoiding serious talks or hesitating when long-term topics come up. In fact, he initiates them because you're not just a passing phase, you're part of the life he's trying to build. These plans may start small, like attending a wedding together months away, or grow bigger, like talking about living together or building a home. But every time he brings you into those visions, he's showing a depth of emotional investment. It's his way of silently saying, I see you in my life, not just now, but always. 2. He introduces you to close friends and family. When a man is serious about you and ready to commit to something real, one of the strongest signs is that he introduces you to the people who matter most in his life, his close friends and family. This isn't a casual move. It reflects trust, pride, and emotional readiness. Bringing someone into his inner circle means he sees you as more than just a temporary part of his life. He's inviting you into his world and showing you where you fit in it. Men don't take this step lightly. Most will only make those introductions when they feel confident about their feelings and about the direction the relationship is heading. It's his way of saying, "You matter to me, and I want the people I care about to know you." It also signals that he's not hiding the relationship, nor is he keeping you at a distance. Instead, he's opening up his personal life and allowing you to be part of it. This move also invites a deeper level of accountability. Once friends and family know about you, the relationship becomes more real, more rooted. He's no longer acting like he's single or detached. He's making it clear that you are someone important. Whether it's a family dinner, a friend's birthday, or just hanging out on a weekend, your presence in those spaces shows his commitment. He's not just dating for fun anymore. He's building a connection that he hopes will last. 3. He's consistent with his communication. When a man is truly done playing games and wants something real, his communication becomes steady and consistent. You don't have to guess where you stand or wonder when you'll hear from him next. He doesn't leave you on read for hours or disappear without explanation. Instead, he makes an effort to stay connected because he values the relationship and respects your time and emotions. Consistency in communication isn't just about texting every hour or having long calls every day. It's about reliability. He checks in, he follows through on what he says, and he communicates clearly. There's a rhythm to the way he talks to you, and that rhythm creates emotional safety. You don't feel confused, anxious, or in a constant state of overthinking. His actions match his words, and you begin to trust that when he says something, he means it. This kind of communication also shows emotional maturity. He understands that healthy relationships require effort, honesty, and a willingness to be present, even when things are difficult or life gets busy. He doesn't vanish during conflicts, and he doesn't play mind games to test your reaction. Instead, he keeps the line open, not out of obligation, but because he genuinely wants to stay close. When a man communicates consistently, it sends a clear message. He respects you, he's invested, and he's not looking for temporary thrills. He's building something solid, and consistent communication is the foundation he lays to support that connection. 4. He prioritizes your time together. When a man is ready for something serious, one of the clearest signs is that he begins to genuinely prioritize spending time with you. It's not just about squeezing you into his schedule when it's convenient. It's about making space for you intentionally. You're not an afterthought or a backup plan. You become a meaningful part of how he plans his days, his weekends, and sometimes even his future. You'll notice that he doesn't cancel plans last minute or come up with excuses to avoid commitment. Instead, he looks forward to being with you and puts effort into making that time meaningful. Whether it's a quiet night in, a planned outing, or simply grabbing coffee, your time together holds real value to him. He's not just showing up physically, he's present emotionally too. This kind of prioritization also means he's willing to rearrange things when necessary. He may say no to other events or adjust his personal schedule. Not because he feels forced, but because he genuinely wants to invest in your connection. You'll feel it in the way he makes time, not just finds time. When a man is still in a playing mindset, he's inconsistent, unpredictable, and emotionally unavailable. But when he's serious, your presence becomes important to him. Prioritizing time together is his way of showing that you matter, that your bond is worth protecting, and that he's not looking elsewhere. He's choosing you fully and intentionally. He talks openly about his feelings. When a man is truly ready for a real relationship, One of the strongest and most vulnerable things he will do is talk openly about his feelings. This is a major shift from someone who is emotionally closed off or just keeping things casual. Instead of hiding behind silence or distractions, he begins to share what's in his heart, honestly, clearly, and without games. He tells you how much he enjoys being with you, how you make him feel, and what he hopes for between you. He might express his fears, his doubts, or even his past heartbreaks, not to gain sympathy, but to build trust. Emotional openness is not easy for everyone, especially for men who've been taught to stay guarded. So when he chooses to be open with you, it's a sign of deep emotional safety and a clear signal that he sees you as someone he can build with. It's also about how he responds to your emotions. He listens when you speak about your feelings. He doesn't dismiss or avoid difficult conversations. Instead, he stays present, even when it's uncomfortable, because he values emotional honesty. He doesn't hide behind sarcasm or change the subject when things get real. He leans in. This kind of communication lays the groundwork for intimacy, trust, and long-term connection. When a man talks openly about his feelings, he's telling you he's ready for love, for growth, and for something deeper than just temporary affection. 6. He respects your boundaries. When a man is truly serious about you and wants something real, he shows it by respecting your boundaries, emotionally, physically, and mentally. He doesn't pressure you to move faster than you're ready for, and he doesn't guilt you into doing things that make you uncomfortable. Instead, he listens, he pays attention, and he honors the limits you've set, because he values not just the relationship, but your personal well-being and autonomy. Respecting boundaries means he understands that love isn't control, it's mutual respect. He doesn't try to invade your personal space, question your choices without reason, or manipulate your emotions to get his way. Whether it's about needing time alone, setting limits on physical intimacy, or simply wanting to take things slow, he doesn't just accept those boundaries, he supports them. He also communicates clearly about his own boundaries and encourages you to share yours. This creates a space where both people feel safe and seen. It's not about avoiding closeness, it's about building it the right way, with trust and mutual understanding at the center. When a man respects your boundaries, it shows maturity and emotional intelligence. It means he's not here to play games, test limits, or take advantage of your feelings. He's here to build something healthy, and that starts with knowing that your comfort, your voice, and your choices matter just as much as his. That kind of respect is never fake. It's the foundation of something real. 7. He listens more than he talks. When a man is genuinely invested in a real connection, one of the most telling signs is that he listens more than he talks. This isn't about being quiet or reserved. It's about being present, attentive, and genuinely interested in what you have to say. He's not just waiting for his turn to speak or trying to steer the conversation back to himself. Instead, he leans in, pays attention, and makes you feel heard. Listening is a powerful form of respect. It shows that he values your thoughts, your emotions, and your perspective. Whether you're sharing something light or opening up about something deep, he doesn't interrupt, dismiss, or minimize your words. He gives you space to express yourself fully, and he remembers the little things you say, because he's not just hearing you, he's understanding you. This kind of listening creates emotional intimacy. It makes you feel safe and seen, and it helps build trust in a way that words alone never can. You won't find him constantly turning conversations toward himself or brushing over your feelings. Instead, he'll ask questions, check in with how you're doing, and hold space for your experiences. When a man listens more than he talks, it's a sign of emotional maturity. He's not trying to impress you with words, he's trying to connect through understanding. That quiet attentiveness speaks volumes. It tells you he's not just present in the moment, he's invested in the relationship, fully and deeply. 8. He supports your goals and dream. When a man is serious about building something real with you, he doesn't just love who you are, he also supports who you're becoming. He shows genuine interest in your goals, your passions, and the dreams that matter to you. He wants to see you grow, succeed, and thrive, not just in the relationship, but in your personal journey as well. That kind of support is a clear sign he's not just thinking about himself, he's thinking about both of you as a team. He listens when you talk about your ambitions and doesn't belittle or brush them off. Whether your dreams are big or small, practical or creative, he encourages you to go after them. He celebrates your wins and stands by you through the challenges. His support isn't passive, it's active. He might offer help when you need it, give honest feedback when asked, or simply remind you of your strengths when you doubt yourself. More importantly, he doesn't feel threatened by your growth. He understands that your success doesn't take away from his. It adds to what you both can build together. He's proud of you, even when your goals take you in a direction that's challenging or unfamiliar. When a man supports your dreams, it means he respects your individuality. He's not trying to control or contain you. He wants to walk beside you, not ahead of you or behind you. That kind of partnership isn't just loving, it's real, rooted, and rare. 9. He's honest about his past. When a man is genuinely ready for a serious relationship, one of the signs you'll notice is his honesty about his past. He doesn't hide important parts of his life, pretend to be someone he's not, or avoid conversations that reveal who he really is. Instead, he opens up, maybe slowly, maybe cautiously, but with a clear intent to be transparent with you. That kind of honesty isn't easy, especially if his past includes pain, mistakes, or vulnerability, but he chooses to share it because he wants to build trust. He understands that for a relationship to be real, it has to be built on truth, not a polished version of himself. He doesn't pretend to be perfect. He might tell you about a difficult relationship, a failure, or moments he's not proud of, not to gain sympathy, but because he respects you enough to be real with you. He knows you deserve to understand where he's been if you're going to walk with him into the future. This kind of openness creates emotional safety. It invites you to be honest too. It breaks down walls and replaces them with understanding. He's not trying to impress you by covering things up. He's trying to connect with you by letting you see all of him. When a man is honest about his past, it's not just about confession. It's about building a relationship where there's nothing to hide. And that level of honesty is a strong foundation for something lasting, deep, and real. 10. He doesn't play mind games. When a man is truly done with casual flings and emotional games, one of the clearest signs is that he doesn't play mind games. He doesn't leave you guessing about how he feels, doesn't use silence to punish you, and doesn't manipulate situations to gain control. His intentions are straightforward. His words match his actions, and his energy is consistent. You never feel like you're in a constant state of confusion or trying to decode mixed signals, because there are none. He doesn't flirt to provoke jealousy or withdraw affection to test your reaction. Instead, he communicates clearly, stays emotionally present, and treats the relationship with respect. He's not interested in creating drama or chasing temporary highs. He's looking for stability, connection, and growth. You don't have to second-guess his motives, because he gives you no reason to. His honesty and maturity replace the need for any emotional manipulation. This kind of clarity is refreshing, especially if you've dealt with men in the past who thrived on emotional uncertainty. With him, everything feels calmer and more grounded. You know where you stand, you feel emotionally safe, and your heart isn't constantly in defense mode. When a man avoids mind games, it's because he's not here to win. You're not a challenge, you're a partner. And in a real relationship, there's no space for manipulation, just mutual effort, trust, and a steady commitment to something genuine. 11. He makes sacrifices without expecting rewards. When a man is truly invested in a real, meaningful relationship, he starts making sacrifices, not for praise or recognition, but simply because he cares. These sacrifices aren't always grand or dramatic. Often they're quiet, thoughtful decisions where he chooses your comfort, your happiness, or your needs above his own, without keeping score. He does it because your well-being matters to him, and he wants to contribute to your life in a way that feels supportive and real. It might look like adjusting his schedule to spend time with you, compromising on plans, or being there for you even when it's inconvenient. He doesn't announce these sacrifices or expect a reward in return. He's not looking for validation or using kindness as currency. He gives because he wants to, and because loving someone means being willing to put their needs ahead of your own sometimes. What makes this truly meaningful is that there's no resentment attached. He doesn't remind you of what he's done or use it later as leverage. Instead, he continues to show up in small, consistent ways that prove his commitment isn't just words, it's action. And when a man does this without expecting anything back, it's a powerful sign that he sees the relationship as a shared space of growth and care. In a world full of performative gestures and self-interest, his quiet sacrifices speak volumes. They say, "I'm not here to impress you. I'm here to support you. Because this, whatever we're building, truly matters to me." 12. He shares his insecurities with you. When a man is genuinely ready for a deep, lasting relationship, he reaches a point where he feels safe enough to share his insecurities with you. This is not something most men do lightly. It requires a great deal of trust and emotional vulnerability. By letting you see the parts of himself that he normally hides from the world, his fears, doubts, and emotional wounds, he's showing you that he's done pretending and wants something real. These insecurities may come from past relationships, personal failures, childhood experiences, or simply the pressure he feels to be strong all the time. Whatever they are, he's not trying to cover them up or mask them with ego. Instead, he's allowing you into that private, unguarded space because he sees you not just as someone he loves, but as someone who deserves to know his truth. He doesn't expect you to fix him. He's not using his insecurities for sympathy or control. He shares them to be honest and to deepen the emotional connection between you. He wants to build a relationship where both of you can be fully seen and accepted. When a man opens up like this, it's one of the most sincere forms of intimacy. It shows that he's not just committed to you, he's also committed to being real, no matter how uncomfortable that may be. And in that raw honesty, love has a chance to grow into something strong, grounded, and lasting. 13. He's emotionally available. When a man is truly ready for a serious relationship, one of the most important signs is that he's emotionally available. He's not distant, closed off, or afraid to engage with the deeper parts of the relationship. Instead, he's open to connection, willing to be vulnerable, and present with his emotions, as well as yours. He doesn't shut down when things get tough, or avoid conversations that require emotional depth. Instead, he faces them head-on with maturity and honesty. Being emotionally available means he allows himself to feel, and he makes space for you to feel too. He doesn't run from discomfort, and he doesn't dismiss your emotions as too much or overreacting. He listens, responds, and holds space for your experiences without judgment. You don't feel like you're in the relationship alone or always reaching out across an emotional gap. He meets you there, fully and willingly. He's also open about his own emotional landscape. If he's hurt, scared, uncertain, or deeply happy, he shares it. Not all the time and not always perfectly, but enough that you know he trusts you and wants to build something grounded in truth. He shows you that he's capable of both giving and receiving love in a real, intentional way. When a man is emotionally available, the relationship feels stable and genuine. You don't have to guess or chase his affection. It's offered freely, without walls or conditions, because he's not hiding. He's showing up fully, with his heart open. He chooses you every day, not just when it's convenient. When a man is truly serious about you and wants something real, he doesn't only show up when it's easy, fun, or convenient. He chooses you every single day, even in the hard moments. His commitment isn't based on mood, timing, or perfect conditions. It's steady, intentional, and grounded in real effort. He doesn't disappear when things get uncomfortable or when life gets busy. Instead, he remains consistent because you're not just an option for him, you're a priority. Choosing you daily means he shows up with love, patience, and presence, even when he's tired, stressed, or not at his best. It's in the small, quiet moments, checking in on you during a hectic day, making time when he's busy, or staying present during difficult conversations. These acts aren't grand gestures, but they're powerful because they're consistent. They show that he values the relationship beyond surface-level attraction or temporary excitement. This kind of daily choice also reflects emotional maturity. He understands that love isn't just a feeling, it's a decision made over and over again. He doesn't look for excuses to pull away or test your loyalty. He's committed to showing up for you, being honest with you, and building something meaningful, even when it takes effort. When a man chooses you every day, he's saying through his actions, "I'm here and I want this." Not just today, but tomorrow and the day after that. That quiet, steady devotion is one of the purest signs of something real. 15. He talks about commitment without fear. When a man is truly ready for a serious, lasting relationship, he talks about commitment openly and without fear. There's no hesitation in his voice, no vague responses when the future is mentioned, and no signs of discomfort when serious topics come up. He doesn't avoid the conversation or change the subject when love, loyalty, or long-term goals are discussed. Instead, he leans into those moments with clarity, because commitment isn't something he's running from. It's something he's moving toward. You'll notice that he doesn't use uncertainty as a shield. He doesn't say things like, "Let's see where this goes," just to keep you around without actually showing intent. Instead, he's clear about what he wants, and he's not afraid to define the relationship. He knows that commitment isn't about control. It's about showing up fully and consistently for someone he truly cares about. He may talk about living together, building a life side by side, or even starting a family one day, not as distant dreams, but as possibilities he wants to share with you. His words match his actions, and his vision of the future includes you, not as a vague idea, but as a partner. When a man talks about commitment without fear, it means he's emotionally secure, self-aware, and ready. He's not interested in wasting time or keeping things casual. He's here for something real, and he's not afraid to say it, show it, and follow through with it.